Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I just smeared my makeup right there. Hang on. Oops. Hello. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. I've got 15 questions from you guys today. I'll see if I can get through them, but if I don't get to something, it'll roll over to tomorrow. I apologize. It just went, bleh. So here we are. Oh, that's better. Okay. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. Thank you. We're doing a 1920s thing today because I've been really busy all morning running around, and I gotta say, is it hot in here or is it you? You, yes, you. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there, and you can timestamp them as I go. So that's what's going on there. And I think that's it. Your astrology forecast for the week did go up last night, and I made two mistakes in it, but it seems to be okay. Kathy Doll says, jazzy, baby. Dave says you look great. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody. Oh, I'm glad you like the overlay. Good. Because we're here to look through the news. We're here to look through the usually mostly political news, because it can be really icky, especially political news. And it's nice to go through it with nice people, and we have comments, and we tell jokes, and I try to put up nice graphics, and I read on the collective energy to see if there's any information there. No one who does this is 100% accurate. That's not how this works. But to me, this is a spiritual practice. So just checking in with the collective, and we'll just see what we can pick up. If nothing else, we go through the news together. All right. So today, I am going to start with at 3 minutes in. Yeah, the astrology for the next few weeks is going to be a lot, but we're going to be okay. We're going to make it through. All right, 3 minutes in. In case any of you noticed, Twitter broke this morning for a while. Last I heard, it's back up, but basically, 3 minutes. Yeah. Basically, Elon, in his infinite wisdom, has decided that he would start charging for the Twitter API, and that was supposed to begin today. And in what happened? The whole API system broke. So you could write something on Twitter, but you couldn't, if you tried to put in a link, it wouldn't work. If you tried to put in a picture, it wouldn't work. If you tried to... Oh, Elon. And the reason that this went to the top of the list for me, even though it's back up now, is it's Elon's cost cutting. There's a lot of this. He's, and I'm wondering, is Elon's cost cutting going to cause the app as we know it to break for good? Because he fired a lot of engineers and made others, just don't work on them and just make the whole situation untenable for them. So, put something here. It's going to stick to this coaster. So, are we looking at the final days of Twitter? Because, man. Okay. Oh, nice and cool. All right. Wheezy Squeezebox asking, has Elon Musk paid his rent? That's a very good question. And Sarah is better. Thank heavens. So, I saw a question here just a few minutes ago. All right. Twitter. Is he breaking Twitter for good? Wow. Elon's freaking out because of how much money he's losing, how much money he's lost. Did you know he apparently, I read this morning, he tried to sell the plants at Twitter to employees. Mm-hmm. On the defensive, are you? Sun, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, Four of Cups. See, I'm with you. CC Ryder saying, I hope not, because I have way too much stuff bookmarked on Twitter on the GOP corruption over the last 7 years. True. I don't want it to be permanently damaged or go away either. It's been quite useful if there's breaking news, if there's all kinds of the latest gossip. But apparently there's talk he might try to go for like long form videos, but that's what Twitter and Rumble and what have you already doing. And anyway. So the future of Twitter, he is bootstrapping. He is bootstrapping this thing. And right now, there's still people on Twitter, not necessarily the advertisers that there were, but he thought he could do anything. And there are still some people there, but he is bootstrapping things and increasingly not going to listen to what the people want, just listening to whatever he thinks will make money. So he says he's going to have to sell it at a loss. I hope so. Honestly. I doubt it, actually, now that I'm reading that. 8 minutes in. Will Elon sell Twitter soon? Sandy Miller says the cream of the crop employees are no longer there. Mm-hmm. Elon. Oh, the entitlement is strong with this one. You don't need me to tell you that. Are you going to sell Twitter? Kathy Ritchie says he'll sell it to the Russians. Ooh. Judgment. He may not have a choice. The whole situation might just simply become so untenable. He can't keep going. All right. He thought he had more money than anybody, basically. I mean, obviously there were some people who have like Putin money. Putin has crazy money, but this is his identity. I'm the super rich business person, but this is somebody else taking the reins. He's going to have other people. He's going to try to have other people run it before he tries to sell it. I'm glad you feel better, Sharon. Ouija Squeezebox says the ruble's worth nothing. Mm-hmm. How are you going to sell Twitter, Elon? There's a pride issue too. Burden. Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands, again, not listening to the customer, selling out everything over there he possibly can, letting the far right in, not listening to customers. Yeah, I don't have him selling it soon, but he'll have someone else. He'll have someone else start running it, or some other people start running it. And then when they fail, because he won't let them do anything decent, then we need to revisit this. But for now, this is about his ego. Yeah. Okay. All right, 11 minutes in, we have a question from Cindy about Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin wouldn't say he won't run for president on Face the Nation last Sunday, but he said he will decide by December. Will he be a spoiler candidate for Democrats? I'm okay. Let me ask, because I'm feeling a very strong no. Democrats are not in love with Manchin. Glenn, I'm with you on that one. Where it jumped. Joe Manchin isn't really a Democrat. He's a coal baron masquerading as a Democrat in a very red state. Yep. Yep. Joe Manchin, are you going to run for president? Are you going to be a spoiler candidate for the Democrats? Well, it feels like he does have enough political experience and people around him that he has the structure around him that he could run for president if he wanted to. He could actually pull that off. It takes a certain amount of it takes a skill. There's a certain skill set to running a political campaign, and it's a slightly different skill set to run a presidential campaign. At least he's still calling himself a Democrat, which allows us to keep control of the Senate. So, okay. Oh, these are separate. Okay. Are you going to actually run for the presidency? Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Eight of Cups. These are not great cards. This is a page. This isn't even a king. And he leans heavily Republican. This is Trump's base and the far right in his state. This is walking away from the Democrats, but more like not listening, like kind of like in the last reading. Are you going to double checking? Are you going to be a spoiler for the presidency? Maybe 2028 or something, but these are not strong cards at all. So, nah. No major arcana, exactly, Azalea. It's meh. So, all right. Next, we have a question from Eileen. Oh, very good question. You guys have great questions. 14, 15. Okay. Pride events are coming up. With Pride events coming up, how will red states react to them? Will this be one of the events that galvanize the country? All right, Pride events in red states. I hope this does not get violent. Really? big judgment, big major arcana judgment against the LGBTQ plus community. Surprise. As Eddie says, we should all march with them if able. I hear you on that. Betty Cantrell's asking, why can't they leave people in peace? You're asking the wrong person. I don't understand it. 5 of Cups. 5 of Swords. 7 of Cups. Hermit. Red states are going to come up with convenient reasons to ban things. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Now, I'm not necessarily getting a ton of violence. I'm getting, this is the LGBTQ plus community has fought for their rights, and those rights are being knocked over. And this is this real disappointment. This is adding insult to injury, which is what the Republicans are doing and trying to do. This is a bunch of lies about leftist concerns. This is isolation. This is being legally hemmed in every which way. It's not good. I wish I could say it is. It's going to be, I mean, at least I'm not getting like a ton of violence for now. We'll revisit this, but it's not going to be nice. Oh, these scumbags. All right. 1730. This is a I hope kind of question. DeSantis, you know, his whole blogger registration nonsense. DeSantis went so far with that blogger registration bill that even Newt Gingrich is starting to question his leadership. Is this the beginning of the end for Ron? I hope so, but let's see. I'm just going to change the presidential song. Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be dun, 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 dun. Hangman, that's a big old suspension card. But it doesn't feel all bad. It feels like right now there are a lot of people giving him the benefit of the doubt. That shouldn't. Kathy Ritchie, please, 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 please. Yes. 6 of Cups. 2 of Swords. Emperor. King of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. Here's the thing. If DeSantis runs for the presidency, he has to step down as governor. My understanding is the laws in Florida don't allow you to do both. And this would be DeSantis is just a far-right guy. And with a record that people can look at and question. But if it doesn't work, then what happens? He would give up a lot of power to run for the presidency. That may or may not work. I mean, he's a jerk all on his own, but as you can tell, I'm not a really big fan of Lady Macbeth, is what I call his wife. And she's ambitious and pushing. CC Ryder says, I saw that. Wowzer. How un-Newt-like. A rare moment of decency. I want to say maybe, but my mouth doesn't want to form the word in direct relation to him. Hello, Amy. Hello, everybody. Tower. All right, fruits of labor. King of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Empress. He's really running the risk of whoever takes over for him keeping the power once he's out. And this is, he has what he's accomplished, but this would be a change. Just having a quick look. Yeah. Insult to injury, but these are all small. And then you just get America just looking at Florida like, it's a gamble. I don't know that he's willing to risk. There's a lot of talk about it. Him talking about it raises his profile. A whole bunch of cards just fell out. So hang on just a second. My goodness gracious, what happened down here? All right, I think I've got them all. Great Gussie, what happened there? Kathy Doll says, Mrs. D gives me very Rasputin vibes. Amy Jones says, it's better being a big fish in a small pond than going out into the ocean and maybe not succeeding anyway. If he was a shoo-in, maybe. DeSantis, are you going to actually run for the presidency? Because the cards are looking very dodgy, not wishy-washy. Oh, he's such a liar. Illusion, delusion. Again, that 5 of Cups, King of Swords, Death card. This would be a big electoral, like running for the presidency. He's happy as a pig in slop, taking away people's rights in Florida. This would be like it almost feels like a nearly white gown, like you have to cleanse yourself to present yourself to the new thing, but it doesn't work. I don't know. See, right at this point in time, there's nothing that says DeSantis won't be running against Biden or whoever on, for the presidency. But the cards I get on him are not so great that that he will run, let alone become the nominee, let alone win. We'll have to see, because it's not looking great for him, which is fine with me. I just feel bad for Lori from the Way of Positive Change, who's in Florida, and my uncle, my aunt, my uncle, and other people, of course, everybody else there. By the way, when I talked to Lori last week, she had some spots opening up in her schedule for personal readings. So since I don't offer personal readings, if you're looking for personal reading, check out Lori at the Way of Positive Change. And if she is booked up, I would highly recommend Jen Lynn from Jen Lynn Tarot. So if you need personal readings, those are the places I would go. And if you just have a quick question, Kirsten Langston from Third Eye Champagne, she does these short. She'll do, for $40, she'll do a single question and send you a voice message. like just a voice recording of what she gets, maximum 3 questions. And I've done that before too with her. So, and I always pay her. Always. I mean, every once in a while, one of the other readers will say, oh, I'll do, I'll help you answer a question, or I'll do a little reading for free, or I'll do a little reading for them. But with straightforward questions like that, I just throw money at Kirsten Langston too. So anyway, you have options. You have good options. All right, 26 minutes in, Jean A. was asking, will the ERA be passed soon or at all? Well, that's kind of the problem. The Equal Rights Amendment, my mother fought to try to get that passed, and she was so disappointed when it didn't. And after that, it's like she threw up her hands and just started going right wing, and it's like, okay. But anyway, the ERA didn't get enough states to ratify it. And there was a deadline that was set. And even the deadline was then extended. But by then, there were still a couple of states short. Well, since then, a couple more states have come forward and said, our status is past the ERA as an amendment. But it's so far past it's decades past the date that was given that does it matter? So the ERA is very much in limbo. And what the ERA would do, the Equal Rights Amendment it's very simple. It's very short. It just gives women, I'm not gonna try to remember it off the top of my head, because I'm juggling a lot of different things in my head right now. But if you go look for the ERA and what it actually says, it's like a few sentences. It's very short, but it would be very powerful. So is the ERA ever going to, in our lifetimes, anytime soon, will we get an Equal Rights Amendment in the United States as the law of the land? Heartbreak. That's where we've been. Women being hemmed in. Patriarchy running amok. Patriarchy needs to be weakened before the ERA can pass. Right now, we're fighting an uphill battle. Right now, we're fighting an uphill battle for the rights of women, the rights of minorities. 1 second. Sorry. So not right now. We have to wait until we get through some of this extremism. Weezy Squeezebox says, well, we have to start the whole process over. Young people be surprised it's not law already. I think in general they are. Hierophant. That would be the law of the land. That would be the Constitution, the government, the institution, Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, Tower. We've got more to go through before we can get to the ERA, I'm afraid. So, lucky girl, what? No bless yous for Giacomo? Exactly. No, Ricky said bless you. And so did Kathy. Thank you. I love that, though. No bless yous for Giacomo or Giacomo. All right. At 29:40. Let's say 29:40. Here, Tiffany had a question. Will our service members fight on the ground in Ukraine? As our service members, not joining the Foreign Legion or anything like that. Betty Cantrell says in 2023, a lot of things are going to come to light. Oh, aren't they just? Aren't they just? There is so much happening this year astrologically and over the next 3 to 5 years, huge energetic changes coming. It's going to be good. It's not all going to be bad. It's going to be a lot. We are headed into a new age. Janelle says no, only if Russia attacks a NATO country. Well, our service members in the U.S. fight as our service members in Ukraine. We're watching from a distance. Ace of Cups. 10 of Swords. Queen of Swords. We're doing everything we can to help. Page of Cups. King of Wands. No. This is the war. This is us giving them everything we can. They've pulled themselves together to fight. We're there. We're helping, but we're not. This is not a fight. This is not the fighting force. And there's Putin over there. Not the emperor. Putin, not the emperor. I don't get that. Tiffany Lilly says, I've heard we have more service members in surrounding areas. Well, I wouldn't doubt for a minute there's a bit of a buildup in NATO countries nearby. Darren, until 1920. What was 1920? 6 of Cups. We're doing everything we can to help. 4 of Wands. World. Star. No. These are good cards. And Ukraine's going to win. They just are. They just are. As awful as things are in Bakhmut right now, I've never picked up on anything but Ukraine winning. So that's all I've got on that, I'm afraid. All right, 3245. Yvette had a question. 32. Let me get 3250. Will the U.S. House ever pass a permanent daylight savings time? I thought they did. I thought when we spring forward this time, that's going to be it. Please correct me. Am I wrong on that? Daylight savings time. Sheila Inquisitive Terror says, I'm right there with you on that, Autumn. Good. All right. That's what I thought too, says Kathy Ritchie. All right, let me ask the great Google. Permanent daylight savings time 2023. Daylight savings time starts next week. But the Daily Leader says it's time to make daylight savings permanent. It should be abolished in 2023, says Fortune. Will it be eliminated in 2023? Will we turn the clocks back? All right, daylight savings time begins on Saturday, March 12th at 2 a.m. It says it's going to end on Sunday, November 5th at 2 a.m. So, day before my birthday. Did daylight savings time become permanent? In 2018, Proposition 7 passed, allowing the state legislature to pursue permanent daylight savings time. However, no law changing the start and end dates has been passed by the California legislature. Chicky says he didn't get it passed. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Yes, Darren. Spring forward, March 12th. Well, I have a sense, and I could be very wrong on this, but I have a sense that centuries from now, basically what we're going to have is planet time. But and what time people get up or go to sleep depends on where they live and on the planet. But I'm just getting this planet time. Like, what time is it? It's at 0800. Okay, and everybody knows what that is. But that doesn't necessarily make sense. But that's what I get. I get weird stuff because things are so automated and so computer based and so But anyway. Oh, CC Ryder says, NBC News, it's 4 days ago, permanent daylight savings time bill gets renewed push in Congress. Okay. Real daylight savings time. Tick tock, tick tock. All around the world. Five of Cups, 9 of Cups, Tower, 9 of Pentacles. Nope, sleepless night. Messing up your sleep schedule. It's not. Will we get permanent daylight savings time? We may eventually, but right now, this is literally a sleepless night. And we've done it for a long time. Is it hurting our health in general? Yes, but I think we will eventually. But this is saying not now. In future? Hanged Man. Spending time. All right, that would be a permanent change. Page of Wands, Sun, Emperor. Well, this is daylight savings. There's a messenger. This is a political situation we don't have right now. I don't know what that means, but that's this something maybe down the road when we're in a slightly different political situation, and I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm getting. So, all right. Okay, I've been trying not to. There's no ban or anything. I will read on her. But there's a question here, something that Marjorie Taylor Greene brought up, but isn't really about her. All right, so Marjorie Taylor Greene wants Antifa to be designated as wants to be designated as domestic terrorists. Will this get anywhere? Who's the leader of Antifa? Who? Now, who's the leader of the Proud Boys? We know. Who's the leader of the Oath Creepers? We know. Heck, I imagine there's still a grand wizard. Ugh. But who's head of Antifa? Are there Antifa meetings I don't know about? Janelle says there's no such organization. Exactly. Fran says, may I ask you a question, please? The quilts on your chair looks like the mini quilts. We just finished the quilts for kids we sent to hospitals for babies and the NICU. What a sweetheart you are. It's just something I got because it's a throw and it's green. So. Antifa are domestic terrorists, huh? Who's where are the meetings? Who's in charge? they're trying to blow this up into don't sleep, you must be worried at all times about Antifa. Who? Ricky says, who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? M-I-C-K. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. What kind of Mickey Mouse outfit is this? Hermit. Yeah, we're looking. Yeah, we're looking. Let's go get a coffee and a pastry. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go look over here. We'll be back in about an hour. Son, still looking. Still looking. Must have missed them. Hierophants. This is a talking point on the right. There's no there there. There's no there there. Exactly, Catherine. Antifa's not a group of people. The concept being against fascism. Anti-fa. Anti-fascist. Antifa. Yeah. Oh, no, Ricky, that was awesome. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Ricky has a question about CPAC stuff. 4230. 4230. With the lackluster performances of the keynote speakers at CPAC this weekend, oh boy, was it empty. Oh, what a shame. Our moderate, I think you mean moderate Republicans fed up with their rhetoric. Well, there's a club for growth. They're still out there. With the lackluster performances of the keynote speakers at CPAC this past weekend, our moderate Republicans fed up with their rhetoric. They're still in the average Republican is still in. They've still drunk the cafefe. They've still. It's still. No matter how bad the Republicans get, they'll never be as bad as Democrats. That's their thinking. They're more worried about the price of things. They're busy saying Joe Biden's responsible for every problem they have. Three of Wands, Emperor. They're hoping somebody else, a good fit for them, will stand up to try to become president. They're willing to. They want someone to stand behind. High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, and Republican women voting against their own interests. But there's also some secrets here, which would be some Republican women still voting for Democrats because they don't like their rights being taken away. But they're hoping somebody else. It's not Trump, but they'll get behind whoever they need to, and somehow Joe Biden's the real enemy and the laptop is real. No, it's not. It's not a real thing. Yeah. Meh. Okay, Franklin Graham. I cannot remember who that is. Franklin Graham. I have so many names swirling around in my head. William Franklin Graham III is an American evangelist and missionary. He frequently engages in Christian revival tours and political commentary. He is president and CEO of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association and of Samaritan's Purse, an international Christian relief organization. Franklin Graham, so son of, okay. Billy Graham's son. Okay. So at 46, CC Ryder was asking, after seeing the rise of fascism, racism, and corruption in the GOP, does Franklin Graham regret supporting Trump? The news is saying he misses his father. He's gone to Vietnam for some kind of revival tour, I suppose. Franklin Graham sees emergency field hospital in Turkey 2 weeks ago. He's out in the world. A month ago, Reverend Franklin Graham and other faith leaders support Bethany Hamilton's stance on trans athletes. Meh. Turkey earthquake was response. He's just kind of busy, according to the news. All right. He's not going to regret his support of Trump because he prayed on it. He prayed about it. John says that would be a no. I understand. CC Ryder says Franklin Graham has major influence over evangelicals. He's a regular on Fox and Newsmax. His opinion matters to the right. He prayed on it, if he should support Trump or not. He prayed along the way, should I still support Trump or not? Magician. It doesn't really leave a lot of space for responsibility for your own actions. Page of Wands. Chariot. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance. He's busy. He's doing his thing. Got the show on the road, bringing in money. This doesn't feel like his temperance doesn't feel like something he's doing. This is the revival. This is the calling the angels. And he sees this, whatever he is supported with Trump as being such a small part of what he's doing, what he's focused. He's just a big. Yeah. Okay. All right. At 49 minutes in, Cindy had a question. At 49. Will there be violence when the indictments do drop? When the indictments fall against grift and the griftlings, will there be violence? I mean, you remember the anemic response, to put it mildly, when his house was served, when he was served with a legitimate legal search warrant. Three of Cups. Well, we're going to be celebrating. We're going to be happy. It's no guarantee that everything will work out the way it should, but with justice and evidence and what have you. But it will be lovely. And I will be coming on no matter what time of day it is. Ace of Pentacles, Tower, Nine of Cups. I'm getting a smile on my face, and it's not going away. Six of Pentacles, Eight of... there will be a lot of complaining on the right. There will be a lot of complaining on the right. Witch hunt, blah, 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 blah. These feel like there will be, we don't know for certain, but chances are very good, entertainment only YouTube, that Fani Willis will indict Trump. But this also feels like Letitia James and her holding Griftco to Griftco's little metaphorical feet to the fire. And this is all of the cases against him. And this is on the right, them complaining. But it kind of feels like after a while, after the big volley early on, it just kind of becomes background noise on the right because they don't want to fully back Trump. I know this is a card of, there are a lot of big wooden rods flying through the air, and this is the card of a lot, but it doesn't feel like violence. Revolutionary cases, what about Jack Smith? There's that too. The kitties. That's very sweet, Bee. Six of Cups again. Could be violence. Devil. Trump's done so much heinous stuff. What you put out there will come back to you. The energy you put out there will come back to you. Again, Six of Pentacles, Two of... This is Trump writing his screeds on social media, but legally, he's toast. He's toast. And the people who are interested in the far right, for the most part, they'll pivot. This whole Dominion lawsuit in Fox News, this ends up hurting Trump, too, because they're not in any kind of hurry to go forth with his lies. And if he wants to come on Fox News and he'll say something like the 2020 election was stolen, they can't do that anymore. They don't want to risk it. Oh, yes, do hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, my cards just went wonky. It's kind of fitting for this question, considering what happened is what's not supposed to happen. All right, at 54 minutes in, Azalea had a question. You guys have just really brought the questions today, and I really appreciate it. Sometimes I don't get enough questions for you guys, so it's like, all right, I'll go check the news. But boy, you guys just brought. I think these 13 of these 15 questions are directly from you in the chat. Thank you. All right. 5415, Azalea is asking, is the FBI the reason Trump's other properties were not searched? Did they cover for him somehow? Yeah, why haven't his other properties been searched? Hello? Hello? FBI, are you the reason why Bedminster hasn't been searched? Why Trump Tower hasn't been searched? Seven Springs, Seven Gables. I know that's the Hawthorne book, but Seven Spring, whatever. That house that they say, oh, it's not a home, and then the boys were like, yeah, we lived here every summer. Empress, that's America. We're here. We're watching. And we're okay with paying your salaries because you've been saving us from the worst of the worst, right? And this is such a disappointment. Their support of Trump, their pushback within the FBI about serving Trump with a warrant. High Priestess, World, Tower, Temperance, Seven of Cups. This would be a big old yes. Pushback. Major Arcana. Secrets, keeping them hidden. And putting this fence around Trump. We don't want to look bad. We don't want FBI agents going onto Trump properties because of the optics. This temperance and then lies. We're just going to trust him. Trust Trump. That's what that guy said, the FBI guy. That's what he said. Trust Trump. No. At least he's not there anymore. Left in November 2022, November last year. So, is that the reason? Will that change now? Will that change now? He's still, as Joyce Vance said, anywhere Trump goes is a crime scene. He turns anywhere he goes into a crime scene. Four of Cups, Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Oh yeah, I think there's some change here, and it probably has Jack Smith's name all over it. So they didn't cooperate in the past, but you do not underestimate Jack Smith. And this is a plan where it's like, all right, we understand the plan. We understand what's going on. And there's some different people in some of the positions of power. So fingers crossed. FBI, really? Anyway. All right, yesterday Eileen had a question that I did not get to, and I told her I would cover it today. So at 58:15, what is the average view of people in NATO countries of the GOP in the U.S.? Not good. Let's see. All right, average NATO member. Hello. What is your view of the Republicans in the U.S.? You were infiltrated by a spy. John Francis saying, if you say trust Trump 3 times in a row, you'll spontaneously combust. Yeah, it used to actually he'd appear in the mirror like those old legends, but people preferred to spontaneously combust than actually have to see him. So yeah. Queen of Pentacles, money, easily corrupted by money. Six of Swords, Star, Death card. Five of Swords, Chariot. Things got really dicey there for a while. This is just overseas. Well, also we have a huge military presence around the world. This is, when Barack Obama was president, we really were that beacon of hope. And then things got really dicey. But now with the fighting in Ukraine, Biden went all over and talked to people and pulled things together. And now we're fighting in Ukraine, so they're cautiously optimistic. Cautiously, yes. Polly Wanda has breaking news. Astrophysicists debate the structure of Trump's alien hair arrangement and agree it's out of this world. That was good. That was good. All right. And Darren, I don't know that that's a question I can really answer well, I'll be honest. And I think the Google machine could probably answer that question better than I could, I'm afraid. Sorry. And because they're reporting on that extensively. Okay, and CC Ryder at 101:30. CC Ryder asked, there are thousands of Israelis protesting Netanyahu's proposal to strip their Supreme Court of powers so he can remain in power and further his far-right agenda. How long will his reign last? I apparently have been not paying anywhere near enough attention to what's going on in Israel, because this is okay. He's been serving as the Prime Minister of Israel since December 2022, having previously held office twice before. He has 3 children. He's 6 feet tall. Netanyahu warned soldiers refusing to serve, threatening Israel's existence. Israeli lawmakers advance bill on a $270,000 gift to Netanyahu. Oh, please. Let me see. Is there anything here about the Supreme Court? Hang on. Supreme Court. Washington Post has an opinion. Netanyahu overrates Israel's Supreme Court in order to destroy it. Even its opponents tend to concede that the court's an activist. Why is Israel so divided over Netanyahu's judicial reform? Okay. I guess that's what's going on there. Oh, thank you, Darren. So, Ricky says, I wouldn't give Netanyahu 2 nickels to rub together. Well, that's because he'd entertainment only YouTube. There are chances are he'd slip them out of your pocket first while you weren't looking. Yeah. CC Ryder, according to CNN, about 160,000 people protest against Netanyahu's judicial overhaul in Tel Aviv. Yeah. How's this going to go? Why are people still voting this guy into office? I mean, I'm an American, so look, I understand we had Trump and what have you, and we still have some real jerks in various offices here, there, and yon, but what? This is the 3rd time this guy's been in power. Why? Why? Okay. Hangman. Perhaps not well. Temperance. King of Cups. Devil. Queen of Pentacles. He wants money. Power is great, but he wants money. This feels very strong. He wants money. He wants a lot of it. People want some temperance. They're sick of the corruption. He's you could almost pay him off. Like if somebody had like stupid money, if you gave him enough money and said, you can have all this money if you quit your job as prime minister and you go away. Just go away and be quiet. Here's hundreds of millions of dollars. I think you'd do it. But people are getting sick of it. And this feels like it's growing. So the energy against him feels a lot cleaner. Ten of Wands. Burden. King of Cups. Temperance. Insult to injury. Yeah, this is growing. This influence is growing to overtake. Yeah, but he's there for the moment. But he's not going to install himself for life. That's not happening. That's what it feels like. So, Pollywood is asking, why are nickels rubbed together? Maybe there's a better story, but I just assumed that it was from back in the day, because when people carried coins, so many coins, because inflation, we started carrying more paper currency. But back in the day, it was coins, and people walked around with a ton of coins in their pockets, and men would put their hands in their pockets and rattle the coins in their pockets. And so if your pockets are empty, you can't do anything. And if you have one nickel, you've got a nickel. But if you've got two nickels, hey, you've got, you can do that. I have to admit, who was it? I knew somebody who used to really didn't like when people would get drunk and fight and that kind of thing, and thought it was the dumbest thing. And so I think it was a woman. It was not, I swear to you, it was not me. I swear to you, because this sounds dangerous to me. But this person, male or female, they would just keep an eye out if some drunk idiot started fighting. And so they'd be fighting, and then a crowd would form around the edges, especially other men. And the men would be, watching and what have you. And then as the thing went if they have their hands in their pockets or whatever, and then as the fight went on, they like take their hands out of their pockets and like move forward. And as they kind of moved forward and it kind of became a thing, or the fight moved, this person said, these guys are drunk. And so when they pull their hands out of their pockets, sometimes their money will fall out. So this person would just do behind them, just picking up cash. That sounds dangerous to me, but I said I wouldn't do it. But I always thought that was funny. So whenever I see, like in movie scenes where there's a fight going and the men start standing around the edge watching with their hands in their pockets, I'm like, anyway. Well. Yes, Roxy, 10 cents could buy a loaf of bread and milk back then. Yeah, could do a lot. So, all right, it's 1:32 p.m. here in Chicago. It is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's quite pleasant. I don't understand This Cindy Lou, sorry. But anyway, it's 1:32 p.m. here in Chicago. And in 2 hours, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Let us encourage you on your way to doing your own creative stuff. It can be absolutely anything. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow because I'm here 365 days of the year. I am. And thank you so much. Thank you for everything. All right, take care. You are not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. There are. All right. And I'll see you back here tomorrow.